What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, first off, shout out to WBG crew, Dirt and them, Sean and them, Master Reg, all the people's in chat. I saw you. I dipped in earlier today because I usually don't get a chance to dip in on the live show, but because I'm at work, so I can't really, So apologies, I didn't, continue to chat and chill and chat, but I was listening to the show. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to Dirt for shouting me out and hooking me up with a plug. I just came in the chat to plug my show. Now I'll never do a P-lump on y'all like that because I don't know. It's funny though when he does it. Anyway, yeah. So today, not today. Was it today? I don't even know. But it's been a rumor for 6 months now that Xbox is doing a hybrid, blah blah blah, PC and Steam's going to be on Xbox and all these things. And then a screenshot got leaked and then deleted. And I think Jay Wood said that it was they leaked it themselves. And of course, a lot of the leaks that come out, if y'all don't know, a lot of leaks that come out are kind of calculated because they want to gauge the excitement or how the public kind of views it. If there's zeitgeist, if there's negative, positive, sentiment towards the information, and that's a strategy for them to make moves basically, and that happens. It's not too far-fetched to think that they put it out themselves. But everything that we've heard has been leading to this, although I'm still not 100% sure how that will work. And I want to talk about hybrid consoles for a second. I know I probably talked about this before, but the main thing about hybrid consoles, I think the misconception about hybrid consoles, because how I talked about it before was the Switch was, they consider that a hybrid console because it's a hybrid between handheld and home console, right? But this is PC and console. But in fact, the reality is that consoles, PS5, Xbox Series, they're PCs. They're just a different form factor. They don't have the ability to upgrade. It's a single bespoke type of PC. If they would allow it, or if someone would crack it, you could probably, you were able to load Linux on a PS3, so it's a PC, And so the same is with these consoles too. If, someone could get in it, crack it, you could put Windows and all that stuff. It wouldn't probably run that well because it's only, 16 gigs of RAM in the Xbox? Same with the PS5? And that's not a lot because that's both. It's shared memory. It's like I said before, they're like laptops, basically. And so, I don't like that they're using this hybrid nomenclature for what this next Xbox is going to be. Because it doesn't really matter what the machine itself is. What matters is the UI, how it works. Like you turn it on and it acts like an Xbox. It's an Xbox, right? Now, some people are like, oh, but it's a tower PC and there's a graphics card in the side. Well, that's a PC, sure. But at the end of the day, if you get a box that you don't have to do anything with graphics cards or drivers or anything, it acts just like an Xbox, but they change something in how they make this new Xbox that makes it work like a PC as far as how it runs. It'll run the same code, it'll run the same games as PC, but it works like an Xbox. What does it matter? Like when you go play a PC game on a PC, right? And if you're using a controller, not mouse and keyboard, you're using a controller, and if you don't see the PC, you don't know, except for maybe some of the prompts and stuff. It might have like key bindings and stuff, but it's a game. It's the same game, probably better because you got more power in the PC, but you're playing with a controller. So you don't know the difference unless you know the difference. Unless you know it's a PC, you're playing the game on a PC, you wouldn't really know. So what's the difference if it's on a PC or it's on this Xbox that acts like a PC? And so that's what I think. If I mean, they're smart. Jason Ronald's a smart dude. I don't know if he's got any type of direction or kind of instruction from the uppers. You know, maybe Phil or, I don't know, Satya. I don't think Satya. Satya is just all about the cloud and AI. But Phil knows a little bit more about coding and stuff. So, but he's on the PC side. So it's like, to me, what makes more sense is to make an Xbox that's just like an Xbox Series X or whatever. You know, it could be the same form factor, but it works like a PC as far as the code is concerned. Now, I'm not talking about like an emulation layer or anything like that, although maybe that'll work. I don't know how that would work and how that affects latency or anything like that. I'm not too sure if it does. But if they figure out a way to make the next Xbox read and act like a PC, meaning they don't have to make a bespoke Xbox version, meaning the devs ain't got nothing, they got no excuses. They can't be like, oh, we don't have time to make an Xbox version. We can only make a PS5 or a PS6 and a PC version. That's out the window, because the PC version is the Xbox version and vice versa. And that's where Microsoft is just stepping in and they changing the game. It's like, oh, okay, remember last gen and y'all were fronting and y'all wouldn't make versions for you with, oh, our studio so small, we don't know how to, we gotta wait and do it. Okay. Yeah, Wukong, I mean, it's performance-wise, it's not that great anyway, but still, excuses. Oh, it's Series S, it's so hard, that's why we can't do it. It's like now, there is no excuse, because they're going to have the handheld, which will be lower powered, and then they're going to have the console, the home console, right? And let's assume that they work like PCs. They use the same code that the PC uses, right? So let's say the handheld is the lowest of the low spec. I mean, I don't know how low they can go, but you know, whatever. It'll be the lowest spec, right? Probably similar to what the Switch would get. And then the Xbox home console, whatever, will be mid-spec maybe. You know, because, you know, these GPUs are getting super powerful. So like the power dynamic kind of shifts. So the spectrum gets a little bit wider as new graphics cards come in. So like where it's going to end up is going to be, you know, mid to maybe slightly high, depending on what they decide to build and if they really put a lot of power in it. But I know they want to try to keep the price down as much as possible. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. But this strategy is like, I mean, I always said they're playing 69D chess and PlayStation is playing tic-tac-toe with crayons. Basically, I had to downgrade them. I was saying checkers, but they ain't even doing that. They got no games. They sitting here, remake. Shuhei, he's not even there anymore. He's like, yeah, remakes. I'm like, yo, how is the dude who's, by the way, smacking y'all up and down, he's smacking ponies, he's smacking Sony, he's smacking PlayStation. He's like, I don't care, I don't work for y'all no more. I'm out, I bounced, I quit. So you didn't fire me, I quit. You all ain't Jim Ryan me, I quit. So he's like, yeah, let me do some interviews real quick and tell y'all what's the real deal. But he was nice, you know. Shuei's a nice dude, so you know, he didn't throw them too far under the bus. Maybe one wheel got him. But yeah, so you know, PlayStation they just kind of drifting. They're still coasting, and the problem with their strategy, what they're doing, is that I said this before. Like with all the cancellation they had, all the bad stuff they did, all the money they wasted, they set themselves back years as far as production and years as far as what they need to do to get in line with the movement that the industry is heading. You know, you look at Microsoft and everybody's trying to talk shit and they're like, oh man, Microsoft, it's third party. And you look at all these ponies and Donkey Unicorns and they're like, oh, I'm just playing them on PlayStation. And you're literally playing into the hand that they're dealing you. And they're like, cool. Yeah, we lost the console war. How many copies do we sell on PlayStation? Okay, yeah, we lost though. Dude, bottom line is money. And PlayStation, Donkey Unicorns, Ponies, and players, just the regular normal people, are giving Xbox 70% of that money. With every little thing. And they're supporting PlayStation with 30%. But how much is that 30% going to get Sony? And you already know that their production is going to be smaller because they can't afford to make big games anymore because they don't have the money from the big games to make the next big game because every game that they put out has been a failure. I think, did Astrobot break even? I don't even know if it did. It only sold 1.5. We could say 2 million at this point. No, but our last number I heard was 1.5, so let's just keep it with that. But anyway, the whole Steam integration with Xbox, sorry for the tangent. The whole Steam integration with Xbox is that 69D chess is part. It's like not even connected to them putting games on PlayStation. It is in an overall sense, but it's like, okay, they're gonna put, certain, not all the games, but certain games on PlayStation. Okay, this game has got, multi-plat, so it's a multiplayer game, online, games of service, if you will, so let's do that. They're doing Doom, but that's more of a legacy thing, like Elder Scrolls Online and stuff like that, or Fallout 76. It's like, it's been there, we're not gonna like Minecraft, it's been there, we're not gonna take it away, I mean, Doom, yes, it's a new game in the franchise, but, they're saying, it wouldn't hurt to put it there, and it would hurt to keep it exclusive because that one game is going to make 1,000 million, 100 people come over and buy an Xbox because of Doom. I mean, some would, or they'll just play it on PC. So either way, it makes more sense for them to put it on PlayStation because they'll get those extra sales instead of, someone migrating to PC and I mean, they will get it there too, but I think it's easier to capture more sales on PlayStation because of the casual kind of factor. And the casuals are not going to go out and buy a super big, giant 5090 PC. They're not doing that. They're not doing that because they're casual. And so they're like, oh, Doom, I remember when I was a kid, I used to play it. Let's get that on PlayStation. And they get it and play it and they give Microsoft their 70. And so I don't know if anybody was trying to say it was a mistake or whatever, but it was like the little Steam badge that was on the image, and it was like on the main page, and it was on the tablet, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Looks like yeah. And then they took the picture down. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Looks like a calculated leak. And like I said, my question is that to me looked like the new PC interface. And I'm not I mean, if it's PC, then of course it's going to play Steam because you have Steam on PC. But the question still lies, is that going to be the Xbox console? Because the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for console and PC have a different library, slightly different library. So one thing that they need to do, Microsoft needs to do, is to unify those two libraries. And so I guess the only way they can unify the libraries is if they unify the console and PC so that everything is everywhere. And so I think that's more of getting the console games that aren't on PC onto PC. So, and that's what I think Sarah Bond was talking about when she was talking about backwards and forwards compatibility. I think that's what that is for the Xbox games, Xbox Series games that aren't on PC. You could put them in all the 360 games, all the backwards compatible games, to put them to be able to play on PC without a problem. And then I think that also ties into, I said it before, with the Sonic, Sonic Unleashed, that was able to run in, they were able to just compile it into C++ or whatever. And that was a 360 version. And so I was like, that's the solution. So I'm like, all these things are happening here. Something happens here, something happens here, something happens here. And it all collects into a big old, oh snap. All these things are connected, maybe. And I mean, if you go down, you say, okay, well, if they use the same technology that they did Sonic Unleashed, they can use that, apply that to other, like whatever, backwards compatibility games, blah, 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 to play it on PC, because that's what that was. it's already solved. So maybe that's something. Maybe they leaked that. Maybe there was, the dude who leaked it works for Microsoft. You never know. You never know when you go on the knees, the little Vaseline. You never know. I'm just saying. It seems convenient in a good way. So yeah, it's like, for me, it's exciting because we're gonna get new hardware. Now, I don't expect this hardware to blow everything out the water, but with the advances of like AI stuff and how Microsoft is talking about AI, we'll see. But I'm more interested in the hardware AI stuff, not so much the software with all the helping you pick a character and all that. So I don't care about that. With the hardware stuff, like the potential with like an AI chip, NPU, right? Say you got a super powerful, more powerful NPU than whatever the Pisser Tech 5 Potato has. I don't even know. It's a flicker chip or something. It's like, yeah, turn it on. Then the shadows is like, they're like dancing. I'm like, well, how? Okay, turn it off. Update it, turn it off, because that's trash. The devs is like, I just implemented the Pisser Tech on our new game. Here it is. Click. And they're like, do you need to recompile the shadows or something? Is it broke? Oh no, hold on. Let me adjust. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Anyway, the technology potential for like something like Bethesda games or RPGs where you have characters, NPCs, quests. Like I think it was Bethesda who messed with that, like dynamic quests that just kind of pop up randomly or whatever. But with AI, you could train it to give dynamic quests, or even like what they did with the Matrix demo, how they had an NPC that was connected to ChatGPT or some AI protocol, and you were talking to the NPC and it was talking back. The AI was talking back, but I was like, there you go. I mean, you're gonna have your main through quest line, but like side quests and all that stuff, you could just have AI and it'll cut down time. I mean, it may be crazy janky at first because, you got to work out the bugs and stuff, and that might be super hilarious. You'd be like, yo, I did this quest. I did this side quest. Y'all know what that means, AI, right? And I told them to do this, and then they did it, and then they came back and they cursed me out. I was like, what? Really? Yeah, man, it's pretty dope. I mean, there might be some nefarious things that happen with the freedom of AI NPCs with some people who have, I don't know, cruel intentions, if you will. But, whatever. They're always, I mean, if it's a single player game, it doesn't matter. Unless you're streaming it, then, you'll get banned anyway. What I'm saying is that the future is not scary. Not a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. What's going to happen is the jobs will evolve. There will be different jobs. There's going to be jobs for people who need to be AI prompt makers or AI coders or AI, a whole bunch of things. Like when you create a new technology, you need people to work it it's just not, the new technology is here and everybody loves the job and nobody's going to get new jobs. It's like, no, that's not how it happens. As technology advances, you need people smart enough to utilize the technology and keep it going and keep it running and all that stuff. So, I mean, people scared of it, whatever. That's just a kind of an old mentality of like when people just hate change and stuff. But it's all good. They'll hopefully come around. Just like, the Donkey Unicorns and Ponies and the fact that Concord was the worst failure in the history of video games. You would never forget. And and Bungie 3.7 billion trillion. You pick it. You pick a number. It was too high. That was bad too. Donkey Unicorns and Ponies are stuck because they refuse to believe or think or pretend that PlayStation isn't doing the same thing that Xbox is doing. They want to believe that PlayStation is always going to have the highest selling consoles, and they're always going to have console first, and they're always going to have exclusives. Listen, the industry is the industry. You can either be a part of it, or you could do what you want to do and just ColecoVision yourself out. You could blockbuster video yourself out of here. You know what I'm saying? If you don't change, you ain't gonna be Netflix. You're gonna be Hollywood Video. That's who you're gonna be. Who else can? Who else? all those things that don't exist anymore. You could be Radio Shack. Amazon said, yeah, we got all that stuff. Radio Shack is like, but. And Amazon was like, we got butts too. The digital aisle 12Z. Anyway, appreciate you hanging out, sharing, like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the little Steam link. Do you think Steam on Xbox is viable? I've heard a little bit of here and there saying, oh, it's gonna hurt the Xbox stores and stuff like that. I was like, that's not what. Bottom line is, real quick, Xbox is doing this to consolidate all of the marketplaces into one place. Xbox console, whatever. Xbox experience, Xbox ecosystem. Regardless if you have Steam games or you buy Steam games, they want you to play through Xbox. They want you to buy an Xbox and play your Steam games through Xbox. Which means the possibility of them maybe playing an Xbox game, buying an Xbox game, it's all about engagement. If you're playing Steam and you're like, I want to play something on Xbox real quick, you got a little library, boom, you're going to go play. You're going to play more if you're playing on a box that can play Xbox as well as Steam, if it's easy to do, easy to use. But anyway, I appreciate, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Till the wait.